No one is safe from Donald Trump, not even his closest buddy, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. They had a great bromance in Trump 1.0. He shifted the US embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. He defended Israeli settlements in the West Bank, and he recognized Israel's rights over the Golan Heights. In return, Netanyahu heaped praises on him. He named a settlement after Donald Trump. He called it Trump Heights. But could the honeymoon be over? I ask because of this video. It was reposted by Donald Trump on social media. It features American professor Jeffrey Sachs. He's being interviewed by Trump's ally, Tucker Carlson. The professor talks about America's meddling in Syria and Iraq. He talks about the endless wars in West Asia, and he blames them on Netanyahu. He calls the Israeli Prime Minister an obsessive, deep, dark SOB. Now, Trump has shared this video. The question is why? Why is he trying to amplify this? Does he agree with this assessment? If he does, it's a rapid U-turn, because Trump spoke to Netanyahu only last month. It was said to have been a warm, friendly conversation. And this week, he threatened Hamas. He asked them to return Israeli hostages before he took charge. If not, all hell would break loose. Those were the words he used. So what changed in 24 hours? Chances are nothing. You see, this video has a long caption with it. It talks about how Barack Obama meddled in Syria, how the CIA tried to topple Bashar al-Assad, but the caption does not mention Netanyahu or Israel. So it is possible that Trump only read the caption, that he did not hear the whole thing, and he shared it. And frankly, I don't know which is worse, that Trump is reposting abuses against a world leader, or that he doesn't listen to what he shares. Either way, the damage is done. Netanyahu was supposed to attend Trump's inauguration this month, but reports say he has pulled out. No one is explicitly blaming Trump's video post, but the timing is certainly suspect. And do you know why this confusion exists? Because of his erratic policies. Consider the whole Greenland row. Trump is asking Denmark to hand over Greenland to the US. He says he needs it for national security. Now, Greenland is an autonomous region in Denmark. In simple words, it belongs to them. So Trump is talking about taking over sovereign land, that too from a NATO ally. And this obsession is not new. He first floated this idea back in 2019, but back then he talked about buying Greenland. This time, though, he's not ruling out military action. He wants to take it any way he can. So US allies in Europe are worried. Some of them cannot wrap their heads around it, like Germany's Olaf Scholz. He says he does not understand what Trump means.
In my discussions with our European partners, a certain lack of understanding has emerged with regard to recent statements from the United States. The principle of inviolability of borders applies to every country, regardless of whether it is to the east or west of us.
It is out of the question for the European Union to let any nation in the world, whichever it is, and let me say starting with Russia, to attack its sovereign borders.
But Trump is not de-escalating. He genuinely believes that Greenland wants to join the US.
Yeah, I don't think we had pushback. Greenland is, if you look at the people there, we got tremendous, we got applause as we landed yesterday. I had my representatives, my son Don, and representatives go there, and it was like a love fest.
Spare a thought for Denmark. They have no heavy artillery, no submarines, and no air defense systems. They're basically at the mercy of NATO and the US, which is why they're so cautious. Denmark has repeatedly said that Greenland is not for sale. But on the ground, opinion is split. Apparently, some Greenlanders do not mind the idea.
Denmark doesn't matter a lot to me. It's just a small country. We can't use them any longer because there are so many great powers in the world. So our partner should be a great power because Greenland is very wealthy. We have everything.
Because I think U.S. President-elect Donald Trump is too loud. His opinions, you can't count on us being taken over by force. I don't think so.
Greenland is an autonomous region. They also have a complicated colonial history with Denmark. On paper, they can become independent if they want to, but join the US? That looks like a long shot right now. Honestly, this is a wake-up call for Europe. They outsourced their defense and foreign policy to Washington, but they forgot a crucial question. What if the US no longer needs them? Donald Trump has brought that question to the fore, and Europe is struggling to answer it. Reports say they're planning a joint trip to Washington. Foreign ministers from Germany, France, and Poland will meet Trump later this month. They're calling it a show of unity. Well, we say good luck.
From breaking news to the day's biggest controversies, shedding light on the world's top headlines, detailed analysis on the stories that matter the most to you. Catch it all on Spotlight at 6 p.m. India time and 12:30 GMT, only on Firstpost.